8 weeks left in the season, no position is secure as this is the last week before the final face-offs begin. Welcome to Game Week 31. So the Ross revival is in full effect with 3 recent wins, while I've fallen to back-to-back defeats since my 5 straight wins. Ross had another strong week with 11-point Greenwood scoring the highest. Watkins and Dieng also continue form while Kane was a no-show. Thankfully we're back to winning ways with Iheanacho in the last 10 minutes scoring 2 goals. 3 of the 4 new signings all performed well, with Semedo, Chambers and Pereira all getting on the board, scoring 24 points between them. Hopefully this is the start of another good streak as I look to catch Alex. Final score: Andy 53, Ross 40. Another week for Fuelon to keep up with Ahmed. He gets another high scoring week with Lingard once again leading the charge, with Cavani and new signing Zuma adding to his 50 plus tally. Niall on the other hand receives his 6th straight defeat. Havertz was a surprise this week, but Bernardo was the only City player to score any points for him. Next week will be a massive week against Alex. Final score: Niall 28, Fuelon 57. So with Fuelon getting another win, the pressure was on Ahmed to keep his lead. A ridiculously strong week with 15-point Johnston, 12-point Bowen, but most impressively was a 17-point Stuart Dallas, who was 3rd on his bench and only came on thanks to a Calvert-Lewin injury. Alex reaches his 10th straight defeat despite scoring 40 plus points this week. A lot of names showing up once again: Salah, Mount, Dunk and Robinson all on the board. Perhaps there is a win coming soon for Alex. Final score: Ahmed 58, Alex 47. The game of the week was between 3rd and 4th place. It was a close matchup with Tomas getting a vital win to gain some distance away from Nick. Lacazette and Trent Alexander-Arnold having another great week with 13 and 11 points each. While Nicholas had somewhat a quiet week, Son the only goal scorer and a double Everton clean sheet that I wouldn't expect to always work out. These two won't meet again until the final week of the season. Final score: Nicholas 37, Tomas 44. Tomas now creates a 5-point lead on Nick, which looks very good with just 7 games remaining, while I am just 9 points behind Alex with 3 interesting weeks coming up. This week we will see at least one losing streak come to an end between Alex and Niall. Will Alex extend his unwanted record, or will Niall be the 2nd player to reach 7 straight defeats? So for the last time this season, it's Tomas versus myself. We are currently 2 wins each out of our 4 matches since picking Mane and Vardy as our captains. Tomas is currently the most informed player with a 4-win streak. Lacazette against Fulham is a massive threat. His midfield of Mane, Rashford and Gundogan have carried his team this far. Another potential high score here. As for myself, I've won the latest 2 games against Tomas. The first surprising factor is that I say goodbye to Martinez in goals, the last of my Villa trio. Their upcoming fixtures are too hard to call, and new signing Patricio starts as we look for another Wolves clean sheet. Leicester at home to West Brom is hopefully where most of my points will come from this week, and I'm hoping Chambers and Saka can match whatever Lacazette scores. 7 games remaining. Ahmed and Fuelon are still 3 points in the difference, but Fuelon's total score is 73 points behind, which may come into effect. This is the last game that separates them before their final clash next week. Middle of the table has some great fixtures coming up between Ross, Tomas and Nicholas, especially that final day of the season. Alex, Niall and myself all face off against each other over the next 3 weeks. Results depending, I can actually overtake Alex when I face him in 3 weeks time. So thank you once again for watching. These final weeks will be incredible as we reach the end of the season. Best of luck with your teams, stay safe and I'll catch you next week. See you later.